Well, good morning, good morning. I see that we're already up on Facebook. I have a hunch we're coming up on YouTube. There's the Casper. We're gathering for coffee with Casper. Let me know where you are. Check in this morning. Happy Tuesday. Happy August. Here we go. We're going to gong ourselves in about 2 minutes. Let me know where you are, where you're checking in from. There's the Casper boy. He wanted to come up and say hi first thing. It's a big boy. There's a big boy. There's Aloha from Honolulu. Good morning, Ann. Nice to see you this morning. Good morning. Good morning from Arizona. Good morning from Albuquerque. Here comes the gang. Nice to see everybody this morning. It's coffee with Casper time. Oh my goodness. How fun. Nice to see everybody this morning. We're glad you're checking in. Good morning from South Carolina. All right, we're coming in now. Everybody's joining us. The gang's all here. Light workers gathering from all around. Yay, yay, yay. Good morning from Georgetown, Texas. Hi, Judy. Nice to see you. Trusting your new life is going well out there. All right. Good to see everybody this morning. We're going to gong ourselves in about 1 minute. Looking forward to sharing just 20 minutes to see how we might tune up, turn on, bring more light, increase the general vibration, make a difference in the world. Good morning from Boise. The Knowles are here from Boise. Good to see you this morning. Yay. Nice to see everybody. Nice to be seen. Okay, here we go. There's our gong time. Let's go. It's 8:30. Coffee with Casper. Here we go. Here's the gong. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a big, deep breath in and let out the sound ah at the end of that big, deep breath. And we're just allowing ourselves to remember that we're creating a tone. Each one of us, through our vibration, through our consciousness, is creating a tone. That tone is ringing out and is returning to us as the experience of our life. So let's make sure that tone is what we mean. We're getting in tune with the infinite. One more deep breath in. And relaxing the shoulders, bringing your energy up into your heart center. And just being present for these 20 minutes to see what we might do to heal, inspire, uplift, and bring forth more life to ourselves and to everybody who touches the arena of our experience. Good morning from Kauai. Nice to see you, Rev, from Kauai. Congratulations on the new building, all the fun stuff happening out there. Hi, Lorraine from Saskatchewan, Canada. Nice to see you this morning. Missy Grant is joining us from North Carolina. We got the Carolinas here. We're glad. So it's fun. I got to speak last Sunday for a group in San Diego, One Heart, One Mind Center. And that was a lovely thing. But the really lovely thing was that my friend Reverend Ann Ray out of New Mexico, she says, sometimes you get an incoming, and that's the definition of when your intuitive self just brings you what you're supposed to do, right? It's like, so my practice in these recent months and probably a year or so, I tend to be meditating sometime around 4 in the morning. And of course, meditation is just a mantra meditation. I just bring my attention to the I am presence and just mantra I am. And then use affirmations as I'm coming out of that 20 minutes. I sleep in peace. I awake in joy. I live in the consciousness of the all-good. I am one with the one. I celebrate the glory of the living Christ as the I am that I am. Nice, just positive, transcendent call to the I am presence, which the I am presence is the begotten of the Most High. As Meister Eckhart said in the 12th century mystic, the only begotten is forever begetting itself in me now, right? That's the birth of the glory of the I am consciousness, which is the presence of a higher order of being. And what you and I are doing as light workers in the world is calling that presence into our lives on a daily basis, so that we are beginning to live a transcendent life, transcendent of the affairs of the world, at the same time contributing to the affairs of the world, because we're bringing a vibration of clarity, of harmony, of peace, of poise, of balance. That's what the I Am presence is. It's gazing at the glory of the Most High and directing our senses. What's happening in this time right now, in this decade that we're in right now, is that presence is becoming more available. And what we know is that presence of a higher order of being as the I Am that I am in expression is what you and I are seeking to bring to ourselves, yes, and then to those who touch the arena of our experience, yes, and then to create that vibration that is helping humanity advance into a new day, into a new time, into a new order of being, yeah? So anyway, so this morning it was really cool. I got up after my meditation a few hours later and was waking up, and this quote from Tehillah Desjardins just kept popping into it was like the I Am presence was like shouting it to me, and the quote is, "Joy is the infallible sign of the presence of God." Now, the way it came to me this morning was, joy is the Eureka from, blessings, Rev, from Eureka. Good to see you this morning. Oh, we got such high consciousness with us here this morning. This is so great. And the way it came to me this morning was, joy is the infallible sign of the presence of life. So basically, what our mission here is today is to take a look at how each one of us in our own lives might express and extend and expand our capacity for joy. Because joy is the infallible presence. It's the sign of the infallible presence of life, which is the I Am consciousness, which is where I came from the light. I put on a coat of skins, and I will return to the light. But the I Am presence is with me in this body, in this life, in this time, because I'm calling it through. I'm calling my higher order of being into this being, into this life, into this time. And when after everything we've been through, right, through the shutdown of the COVID, the great reset, we are now resetting, all of us here gathered as light workers, calling other light workers, and we invite you to share the video if you find it valuable. Share it anywhere you can. Share it on LinkedIn, share it on Facebook, go to YouTube, like it, multiply. Just get it out there any way you can in our wonderful new technical connected world that we're in. We can each contribute by finding that which is bringing a greater vibration and then sharing that out into whoever's touching our lives at whatever level they're touching our lives. So here's what we know. We have learned already through experience, you and I have learned, that we get to a limit in our capacity for joy, and then we think we're having too much fun, or it's too much good, or is there something wrong with my receiving these blessings that seem to be transcending the woes of the world? And we understand that as you and I can transcend the woes of the world, we can help others transcend the woes of the world. When you and I let go of those ridiculous things that don't serve, like the idea that war is somehow going to create a victory, the idea that hate does any good at all, the idea that separation and prejudice and fear are the things that we should multiply. These are antiquated ideas. They are not serving in the new day. They're certainly not serving in this new decade as we're seeking to bring more and more light into the world. So if you and I this week, here, the lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer, right? You can hear it everywhere. Now, in this country, school is starting much earlier. When I was young, summer ended after Labor Day. Now we have literally mid-August. I've got my one granddaughter is going to school like the 17th of August to college. So it's like, whoa! You don't get that whole month of August to know, summer's coming to an end. It comes fast now because we have a new schedule in terms of what the world is doing, in terms of what our society is doing. So here in this happy, you know what today's date is? It's 8/1/23. So let's do a 1, 2, 3 step into a deeper level of joy. And let's tolerate our bliss more than we've been able to do. So if you're enjoying your summer, we want to spend this week in asking our high self, how can I bring more joy? How can I make more room for joy in my experience? How can I be more in tune with joy as it's actually happening to me? How can we be in tune with nature? How can we be in tune with the critters around us that we love? How can we be in tune with our family and friends? How can we be in tune with our neighborhood? And how can we be in tune with this group of souls, this group of people who understand consciousness? And the wonderful thing is that your understanding of consciousness means you're playing a different game in the world, because you're not struggling to survive, you're struggling to grow your consciousness, to expand its vibration, because as I expand up, as I attune myself with the infinite, as I expand up, my capacity for joy increases, my understanding of what joy is increases, my goosebumps, my God bumps increase, because here hanging out with you, just talking about expanding our consciousness and using joy as the infallible sign that we're on the right track. This is the week to look everywhere in your life to see where joy is happening, and then we live the cosmic adventure. Look for the good wherever it is and add to it. So whenever we see that joy, whenever we feel that joy, whenever we're conscious of that joy, we can ask our high self, how can I magnify it? And joy, and what came to me is the incoming today. And it just kept repeating itself and repeating itself and repeating itself as I was in the hot water. It kept saying to me, joy is the infallible sign of the presence of life. So if we get out of so Teilhard de Chardin said it's the infallible sign of the presence of God. But we know that God is life, and we know that God is eternal life, and we know that God is the divine, and that the word God can be loaded with all kinds of outdated religiosity, right? So I don't mind. I like the word God, but I understand God is not the God, the limited God that chooses and picks and has favorites. There's no God like that. There's a God of principle, a God of gift, the gift of life itself. And that life is, everyone's given the law of the circle. So what comes from me returns to me as my experience. And yet we know we are multiple dimensions. We are spiritual, mental, physical, emotional, etheric beings. We have so many levels, and the law of the circle is returning to us in all of those levels as our experience. So what's moving from us is coming back to us as the experience of our lives. And the deeper and higher, the highest God and the innermost God is one God, right? The deeper and higher we go, the higher we reach up into that I am presence. And the more we look for that infallible sign, joy, then we can ask ourselves, Joseph Campbell's big question. The live video has ended. I'm hoping not. Somehow it went out on my screen. Let's see what's going on. There we go. We're back. Let me know how you all doing. Blessings from Eureka. Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you. Let me know where you are, what you're checking in from. We are sure glad you're here. And we're sure glad you're bringing your light into the world. And again, we're going to be here next week. We'll find, but today the incoming was joy is the infallible sign. So, and Joseph Campbell, the great mythologist, said, when he was asked in the Bill Moyers things, but then what is the most important challenge in life? And Joseph Campbell said, the most important challenge is to tolerate your bliss. So let's now become conscious of that and not just tolerate our bliss, but invite that joy. And invite ourselves to stretch our consciousness of how far that joy can go, of how much good we can have, how much we can be in the flow. Yeah? And the more we in tune, and this is what we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, the more we in tune ourselves to our purpose, And my belief is, and this is what I've been sharing, and I'll share it with you today, my belief is that if you keep the main thing, the main thing. So out of the Course in Miracles, it says, my only function is the one God gave me. And you and I know that God said, let there be light. And there was light. So the will of God is toward more light. And that light is not a normal kind of light. It's the transcendent light, the light of the whole, the light of the one, the light of illumination, the light of cosmic consciousness, the light of being awake. And to be awake is to supplant your subconscious tendencies, to supplant the subconscious tendencies and to become conscious of what they are. Tolerating my bliss, making room for good, isn't having to create good. It's having to let go of that which gets in the way of my good. My good is here. It's omnipresent. It's omni-available. It's here for us. It's here for us. So we now can know that, and know that the only simple way to bring more joy into my life is to let go of those things, to let go of those habits, those actions, those repetitive things that are getting in the way of our good. So it's much more of letting go of that which doesn't serve than trying to find some kind of rule book to figure out how to serve. Because your only function is the one God gave me. God wills that there is light. You came in from the light. You knew you came from the light. You know you're going back to the light. You know that you're in the light now, and that you have a right to bring that transcendent light into every area of your life. Health, wealth, love, and fulfillment. And now, the Course in Miracles reminds us, if we're paying attention, and we can get our good from any source, any Bible, any source, any truth speaker, any light worker. When we hear it, our I Am presence agrees with it, and then we know we're in tune, right? So we know that love created me like itself, that expanding love is my nature, and joy is the infallible sign of the presence of love, of the divine. So we are now knowing that my happiness and my bringing light. Good morning from Sri Lanka. Nice to see you, Dilip from Sri Lanka this morning. I saw you with the beautiful picture of that wonderful elephant that was exchanging its love with you. Isn't that fantastic? So today, Dave Knowles just says today is Forgiveness Day. Oh, and we know what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is to cancel the demands and expectations that are blocking my attitude of love. So whatever it is that's causing me to not love, I cancel that, and I'm returning to love. Because my state of being is love. My state of being is joy. My state of being is increasing the vibration that I'm bringing to the world, which increases the good in my life. So you know the reality of good and more good is mine. We can now change it. We can supplant the word good to joy. Joy and more joy is mine. There's no limit to the joy that is mine. Everywhere I go, I see this joy. I feel it. It crowds itself against me, flows through me, and multiplies itself around me. I am the place where joy is happening. I am the place where my function and my happiness are the same. I came to bring light. And so any way, in any circumstance, that I can open myself up and be an instrument, an avenue through which more light is coming through me, more good vibrations coming through me, more of the tone coming from me being the tone that matches me. This tone is reaching out, vibrating, changing, healing, uplifting, inspiring, transforming, transmuting anything unlike itself as I intune myself with it. And simply make these last crazy, hazy, wonderful days of summer be about expanding my capacity for joy. And you know what's going to happen as soon as you expand your capacity for joy? You're going to expand your capacity for all good, for all the different variations of good. Because as I go up the circle and the divine is with me, I'm beginning to see life as it actually is. as the master teacher said thousands of years ago, behold, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. It's right here. I don't have to do anything to create it. I just have to get out of the way, get my, as Ralph Waldo Emerson said, get my bloated nothingness out of the way of the divine circuits and allow it to reveal itself in me, and through me, as my experience, as my gift in the world, as my gift, because as I do that, as I become more in tune with my joy and more aware of my joy, do you see that you're automatically going to fall into praise and gratitude? Gratitude is going to begin to flow through you more openly. You'll be less attracted to the fear thoughts that diminish our vibration and scare us. We'll go back to the place where we're multiplying our good, where we're multiplying our awareness, where we're bringing forth a transcendent truth because we see through the mist into the eternal and changeless reality, that the soul is already gazing at the glory of God, and I am that. There's only one life. There's only one energy. It's not tied to any religion in the world. It belongs to every tradition. It's at the seed thought of every good thought that's ever happened in humanity. And now, you and I, as leading edge thinkers, are bringing it into the world because we're aware of the power of our own consciousness. And the reason you don't see that showing up everywhere in the newspapers and in the paper, because the thing that is least understood in the world right now is consciousness. And yet it's the most important thing, because that's what we came to do, to usher in the new day, this higher order of being. And it is not selfish to usher it into your life so that others can see it and experience it as you. So your good is bringing good. So again, this is our focus this week. We're going to bring more life and more joy into the world. Good and more good, joy and more joy is yours. I'm Harry Morgan Moses. You're watching Coffee with Casper. We'll be back here next week. We'll see you here. Spread the word. Invite everybody to join us. Share the message wherever you can. And let's do it this week. Let's be the place where this group of souls, this group of light workers, you are bringing a greater capacity for joy into your life and therefore into the world. Until we meet again, I invite you to go in the light, as the light, and with the light. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. We'll see you next week on Coffee with Casper. Bye.